it is. All right, so there comes more people. Awesome. All right, well, welcome aboard. I see we have a couple more. Come on in. We're just going to get started here. It's going to be a quick 20-minute quick presentation, and then there's information, other pictures and other videos and stuff I could show if you're interested in any more information. So I'm just going to keep right to our script here, and I'll go through the Worldstrides presentation. It kind of goes over the company and everything we've used since 2003. So we've done trips to, we're going to Costa Rica, but we've done Hawaii. We've done and mostly the Florida Keys. We've really done a lot of the Florida Keys trips, and it's just an amazing program. So welcome. And most of you guys know me, Mr. Sabol, I do teach at Binghamton West Middle, and also we do our summer Worldstrides programs. So here we go. All right.
In tonight's meeting, we'll tell you more about Worldstrides, our mission and value, and why we are so passionate about educational travel being such an important part of a student's development. We'll then watch a short video to see how much fun the students will have on the trip. Next, we'll cover all the specifics for your trip, including the many different tools that are available to help families pay for these trips, like financial assistance, fundraising, and affordable payment plans. We'll wrap up the meeting by covering the industry-leading support that Worldstrides provides during the trip to ensure the health and safety of all travelers. The meeting should take around 20 minutes, and at the end, you'll have all the information needed to sign your child up for this incredible opportunity. Now, let's take a look at that short video. This video is from an actual Worldstrides trip. Just listen as the students talk about how much fun they're having on the trip and all the amazing things they learned along the way.
Right, we have Zach on here. Actually, you can tell us after any of your highlights if you think about it. Won't put you on the spot yet. Take a look at their video. It's pretty good.
You've learned in school how our Earth is filled with incredible wildlife and thriving ecosystems. Now, you're invited to see these incredible wonders of nature with your own eyes. Your days will be packed from morning to night. There's so much to discover on a Florida adventure. Explore unique habitats in a thrilling and adventurous way.
I like to see the expression on their face when they may look into the eyeball of an alligator. We want to give them an idea of what the Everglades is all about. Maybe demystify the Everglades, just a place of refuge, a place of respite, and maybe they can come back and hopefully bring their family someday.
You and your friends will create your own memories to share for years to come. This is not your ordinary science lesson.
We snorkeled and we went to the shipwreck, and we saw a lot of the cannons and everything, and the anchors. It was cool because I haven't seen one before underwater.
We're at Dolphin Cove, and we're gonna go swimming with dolphins.
Discoveries come alive before your eyes.
I'm really excited to go swimming with dolphins because it's a really fun opportunity and not many people get to do this, and the dolphins.
I like swimming with the dolphins the best. You could pet their bellies. It was just really fun. I knew it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I really enjoyed it.
Swimming with the dolphins was just amazing. It was so fun. Felt like I was in another world. They were just so pretty, and that's my dream. I've always wanted to swim with dolphins. Finally came true.
The dolphins did Superman with us.
I don't even remember me with that. It was really super amazing.
I'm looking forward to going to the turtle hospital because I really love turtles, and I think it's interesting.
You get to see all the injured turtles and how they'll fix them and send them back out in the ocean again. We went kayaking through the mangroves. It's really cool to see the clear water and see what's inside of it, all the fish and jellyfish. When you go through, there's like kind of like a street but full of trees. It's really cool. And we just dissected a squid and we took out its pen and throat with the teeth.
Reach out, touch, and experience science like never before.
We are going to be collecting animals today. You are to be gentle when you collect them.
Your trip will be led by your own course leader to share fun facts and answer all your questions along the way.
It's more realistic, like you're gonna find something that you may not expect to find. You may just find like a seahorse or a crab and you've never seen it before, and it's pretty cool.
Whether seeing incredible sights, eating at amazing restaurants, or hanging out at your hotel, you'll have lots of time to have fun with your friends. When you and your friends join us for a Florida adventure, you'll discover science come alive on a travel adventure you'll never forget.
This is probably the coolest way to learn that you could possibly have. I mean, you get to do everything hands-on, and I honestly learn better like this.
You get to do a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to do if you just went with your parents. So being here is like a once in a lifetime experience.
All right, and we do things a little different every time. It's pretty neat.
Worldstrides has
So,
been
here
the
we go.
industry leader in educational student travel for the past 53 years, and we're excited to share some more information about our story. We were founded by a middle school history teacher from the Chicago, Illinois area. Back in 1967, this teacher decided to take his entire 8th grade class to Washington, D.C. He and his students had such an amazing time that he decided to stop teaching and start a company that would help teachers from all across the country give these same experiences to their students. Since our humble beginnings, we've grown to be the industry leader in educational student travel. We've helped over 7 million travelers experience the world. Over 10,000 teachers from all across the country partner with Worldstrides each year to offer these experiences to their students. Education has always been at the forefront of our mission, so much so that in 1996, Worldstrides became fully accredited as an educational institution. We received this designation from the same accrediting bodies that accredit your school. This was a real game changer for us because we were no longer just a tour company. We were a school teaching through experiential learning and travel. And more recently, because of our educational mission, Worldstrides received the designation as the approved domestic educational travel provider of the Smithsonian. We have a vast support network in place all around the world, and we cannot wait to help deliver this amazing experience to your child. Now, let's hear a little about your specific trip.
All right, so in our trip, this for the Keys, we do usually a hike in the mangrove hikes we can do. I don't see the night hike in there. So we usually do a night hike in the Everglades. That's one we typically do there. We actually might do an airboat this upcoming summer. They have the airboat adventure. So we're gonna look into possibly doing that again. Dolphin experience at the Island Dolphin Care Center. We do the squid dissections. Turtle Hospital, you see I'm sporting my Turtle Hospital shirt. We do coral reef fish identification. Now last year we got our group, it wasn't that pirate ship thing. It was a beautiful day out on the reef. So we went out to Rainbow Reef and we were out in the beautiful reef. Yeah, it was amazing. We do kayak in the mangroves. And then, like I said, Everglades National Park, Shark Valley Tram Tour, which is a really great program. It's they take a tram way out in the Everglades National Park and you see tons of wildlife. And then Curry Hammock State Park is another one we often do. So they tweak it a little bit, and especially because we have a lot of repeat people that come and go multiple years, we try to change things up a little bit each year. Some years we even stay at the 5-acre Pigeon Key Resort. This next trip though, we're going to be staying at a nice, really nice hotel. So really nice hotel. They get a good night's sleep, and they'll be out there from 7 a.m. breakfast to 8 or 9 p.m. sometimes we get back to the hotel. So they're long days and a lot of fun. See if it starts talking or not. I don't know. But the trip price, as you can see here, it's all inclusive. There's everything. There's transportation to and from your destination, accommodations, meals, activities, sites, all of it. Everything is there. And then there's a very small deposit to hold your spot. And then you can spread the rest out through monthly payments if you'd like. And then I have the information for your trip ID on the last slide as well, or on my website, sabolscience.com. And then you can click on the more information for the 2022 trip. It'll take you right to the Worldstrides page with all that information as well. And then let's see here, there's our.
Now that you've heard more about the trip, we wanted to share a few other important details with you, starting with the Worldstrides full refund program. We believe that educational travel is an investment in your child's future, and the full refund program protects that investment should plans change and your child is not able to travel on this trip. The full refund program is an optional plan that you can add on at time of registration. Then, leading up to your trip, should you have to cancel your child's registration prior to the trip departure, you'll receive a full refund of all the monies paid to Worldstrides, except for the amount you paid for the full refund program. We highly recommend you add on this extra protection when you register.
All right.
Worldstrides wants every student to have the opportunity to travel with their classmates at least once in their lifetime, and we're proud to offer families some great tools to help make this possible. The first is our own financial assistance program called FLAG, which provides over $2.5 million each year to families who need a little help. With just a short phone call to the Worldstrides customer service department, parents can find out how much financial assistance they may be eligible for, even before registering for the trip. Thousands of families receive assistance each year to help make this dream a reality for their child.
And that's huge. That's a really big deal. We've had kids that didn't think they could even pull this off, and they ended up having to pay about $1,000, a half price basically. And then it's bottles and cans, raking in the leaves in the fall, and a bunch of service things to help get their money raised. And writing, there's all these tools we'll show you in the Worldstrides website to help. You can send letters to companies, digital e-gift cards and things like that to request donations. And it's all templates you can fill out and then have the kids send them out. So a lot of different options.
In addition, we have an incredibly
there it is.
easy fundraising program called the Gift of Education. This program allows friends and family to make online donations to a student wishing to raise money for their trip. And the great thing is that 100% of the money goes directly to the student's individual account. Through worldstridesfundraising.com, students can send e-cards or share links on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. In one simple click, family and friends can make a direct donation to the child's trip. Each year, we see thousands of students pay for their entire trip through these Gift of Education donations. And by signing up this spring, your child will have extra time to fundraise for their trip.
Right.
Lastly, there are payment plans. Parents, you'll love this part. You sign up for the trip with a small initial deposit. Then your remaining balance is broken out into smaller amounts and paid monthly, which really helps with the budget. We also offer an automated payment option called Easy Pay, which automatically deducts your trip payment each month from your bank account. More information on payment plans can be obtained by calling Worldstrides customer service at 800-468-5899.
I'll give a little more information about some of the things that people have done and experiences they've had positively. Moving on. Just a minute.
The safety and security of all travelers has always been Worldstrides' #1 priority, and never before has this been more important than in today's new travel environment. Let's take a minute to cover a few of the many measures we have in place to ensure safe travel. As you've heard and can see here, Worldstrides has a vast support network in place to assist travelers while in their destination. This starts with an industry-leading operations team. This team works closely with your child's teacher to ensure all the travel arrangements are made well in advance of your travel dates. We work with only the most reputable hotel, airline, and bus companies, those that share the same safety standards that we do. During your trip, your group will never be alone. From course leaders to your motor coach driver to personnel at the hotel, there is a Worldstrides staff member with your group 24 hours a day. This on-the-ground support is further enhanced by our 24/7 Tour Central team that is available to support travelers at a moment's notice, as well as our exclusive partnership that we have with the George Washington University Department of Emergency Medicine. This Doctors on Call program provides all travelers with added peace of mind should a medical situation occur while on tour. Please see the trip information materials provided to you by your child's teacher for exact details on the health and safety measures that will be in place for your specific trip. Lastly, to keep up with today's ever-changing travel landscape, we have assembled a travel task force. This team is comprised of several individuals from the Worldstrides Health and Safety team, along with some outside partners like Dr. Neil Sicca, the director of the George Washington University Department of Emergency Medicine. This team takes advice from industry experts across the travel industry, as well as consults with medical experts, along with the CDC and the World Health Organization. They are constantly evaluating the travel environment and are making changes daily to our safety protocols to ensure the safest travel experience possible. You can stay apprised of all their work by going to worldstrides.com/travelsafe. We encourage you to bookmark this site and check it frequently to learn about the many steps Worldstrides is implementing to ensure the health and safety of our travelers. Now, before we end the meeting, let's watch one more short video. This video is from a longtime traveling teacher with Worldstrides. Regardless of the destination you're traveling to, these trips really do make a life-changing impact on the students, as you'll hear in this video.
All right, so we'll hear what this guy has to say here. You can pull it up.
One of my favorites. A couple of years ago, we were scheduled, we had an appointment at the Capitol, tour the Capitol. As one of the most valuable experiences of the trip is the kids learn this is a real world, that, you know, this not just made up, it's not just on TV. Well, in preparation for the trip, the budget with the United States government was an issue. And they were trying to pass a new budget and it wasn't getting done. And so there was literally a government shutdown right before our trip. How's that going to impact? So we had to meet with the kids and figure out if this is closed, if that's closed, we have to do this, we do that. Worldstrides was invaluable in that and helping, all right, if plan A doesn't work, we'll go to plan B. And one of the things that they helped facilitate, the Capitol tours were no longer being done. And so they set it up. We had a private meeting with one of our representatives from the state of Indiana, from central Indiana. And Representative Brooks met with our students on the steps of the Capitol and talking to the kids and, you know, where are you from? And, you know, talking about all that kind of thing. And then she's like, I have a surprise for you, and brought out one of her legal assistants, who's a lawyer in Washington, D.C., who was a student of mine and went on the 8th grade trip years prior. And it was just a thrill. It was so exciting. She's like, do you remember me? And of course I remember you. You know, we remember faces, maybe not names. But here's this young lady who now is working in the Capitol for Representative Brooks, who went to 8th grade. And, you know, this is one of the things that got me so interested in government, interested in what I wanted to do. And so to have a kid come out of the blue, a young woman at that time, and be a part of the government, and then speak about what the trip was like when she was an 8th grader, it was important to me, but it was also important for our kids to see that, because they knew that girl went to our school, same as they were. This is something that might be in their future, who knows? So that was fun.
All right. So I'm going to pull up a different slide here just for the information. And in terms of the testimonials, I I have a bunch that I could give you and give you a lot of examples. Just I'm going to give you two quick ones though. 2005, I think it was 2005, we were down in the Florida Keys and we were at a 5-acre island called Pigeon Key where we did all of our excursions from. And when Hurricane Dennis was coming on our second day, so they immediately, without even us knowing, when it was a threat, even before they issued any evacuations, Tour Central booked hotels in Miami just in case it did come our way. And then sure enough, when we got the evacuation orders, we finished our snorkeling because the buses took a while. And we ended up going 5 miles an hour up Route 1 all the way up to Miami, where they flew the operations manager from Washington down to the hotel. And she had spent the whole day aligning new things for us to do up there. We did a bunch, like 4 different, we did a science museum, we did an aquarium, and all these other activities. It was purely seamless. It was great. And then it was a great trip. We went home, and a few weeks later, we got a check for, it was like $700 or $800 from Worldstrides, and I was blown away. What is this for? And they said that we didn't get to swim with the dolphins or do some things. And even though they say they don't guarantee any type of refunds for weather or things like that, they did that. They made it right. So blew our minds. So we booked a trip for Hawaii the next year. And we did Hawaii, and well, that was 2006. And if you were around here in 2006, we had those huge flooding rains. Yep, we had kids pick these little red flowers in Hawaii, and the lady's like, "Oh, don't pick those make it rain." They were bragging because it didn't rain the entire time, but it rained the entire time back in Binghamton. So we're sitting in Kona looking at the news the one morning before we had to leave, and there they are in Binghamton, New York, on the George Washington Bridge with the water up to the bridge. And then Worldstrides booked us hotels in Syracuse just in case we couldn't get home. We ended up getting home, but that's the kind of forward thinking of this company. It's truly an amazing response and program. And I'm an EMT and a firefighter, so that's huge. All right, real quick, I want to get some input here from a couple of our previous people. One is right here behind me. This is my daughter, Grace.
Hi.
So Grace, tell me about your experience this past year. This is your second one, right? You went twice now.
Yes.
Yeah, so come on up. Tell
Okay, so have fun.
whatever. Tell us
All
what you remember from the trip and what you thought of it.
All right, even though I did it once prior, it was still like it was still a lot of fun. Even though I knew a lot of it was potentially going to happen, it was still a lot of fun. There was different things, like little things that were different, that were like just amazing. And unlike the first trip, I actually attempted to make friends this time. And needless to say, by the end of the 4 days, everybody was crying. And I'm not one who cries. So it's worth it. It's really worth it.
So the friendships, you said, were best.
Yes.
Okay, how about Zach or Spencer? Where did Spencer go? Oh, did he leave us? Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he bombed out. Zach, anything you want to share from your experience last year?
It was really fun. I remember when we went to Golden Corral, the food there was good. Then we drove down to Key Largo, and I was amazed because I did not think it would be that nice down there, and it was really nice. And like Grace said, at the end of the 4 days, we were all crying because we had to leave. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
good
not keeping in
experience.
touch though. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
It's like lifelong friendships are made from this. Don't you and mom know people who like every year they'll fly?
Oh, yeah.
across the-
No, we
like
have.
what we're planning on doing.
So yeah, they're working there with Yakima, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, called it Crackaba. Yakima Washington group, they really bonded with big time, and they keep in touch on these group chats and things, and it was really awesome to see. And I put a video on, but she'll start crying if I put that one on because she'll leave. But
Zach, if you put some video on,
yeah.
just be warned.
So I played it right in the beginning for a couple when Ian was here. So here comes
now he's
Spencer. Now we
back.
got to hear what Spencer thought, because let's see here real quick, and then we'll end the official meeting part and stay on for any questions. So let's see. Spencer, you're back. Perfect timing. So Gracie, And
Molly.
there's Molly. Oh, wait, Molly's here. Is Molly from
Yes.
Yakima? Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice to meet
I didn't
you,
catch the
Molly.
name. That is Molly. So Spencer, anything from the trip? What did you think? What were some of your takeaways? What would you recommend it?
I would definitely recommend the trip. It's just a great experience just to be able to go down there, and like our group met some really good friends who live in Yakima, Washington. And it's just a good experience to be able to meet people from all over the country. And there's some really cool programs that we do down there. So it's very interesting.
Awesome. Thank you, Spencer. And Molly, this is Molly from Yakima, right? Yeah, you can show yourself if you want, but what did you think of the trip?
Hi
There you
guys.
are.
Yeah, the trip was a lot of fun. We talk all the time on the phone. Annie's with me too. And my friends are all jealous, and it was so much fun. The best was the awesome. We making all of the friends from New York. Like I remember all of the experiences, like at the dolphin place during the touch tank, and the night walk in the
crickets.
The heck of the Everglades, you got it.
Everglades. Yeah, I need to say some stuff with me, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Even the hotel was fun. We couldn't swim because of the weather, but we did a lot more.
We had Uno.
Yes, we played Uno and we had pizza. So highly recommend it.
Awesome, Molly. Stand by. I have a video I made of the trip you'll like. Grace can't hear it. She'll run away because she cries every time because it's got your giant group hug in it. So yeah, hang out for a minute. We'll do that. All right, awesome. So it's a minute video. Let me show that quick so some of you guys can peel off. And if anybody wants to, she's going on the group chat right now, apparently. So let me just pull this up real fast and then I can let you guys go here. And if there's any other questions, we can do that. So let me make sure I don't get anybody off here. Let's see. Boom, boom. All right, stand by. Here it is, right here. Okay. So yeah, for those who came on new, this screen I'm going to share right now is 1 minute snapshots from this trip, and you guys that went and will definitely recognize some of these. All right, that's a really short one there. All right, now we'll end the